Hi, there's Dr. O with Advanced Physical Therapy and Wellness, a practice that I started with my beautiful wife, Dr. Jen, after being fired from Kaiser. And if you'd like to know more about how we went from that to growing a multi six-figure physical therapy business, then make sure you click like, subscribe, that little bell icon, so you can see the next video that we drop in next week. So where I left off last time was basically I was placed on this unpaid admin leave that I totally disagreed with, and I proposed to my now wife, Dr. Jen. So to go through that basically the unpaid admin leave, I told them multiple times in writing. I emailed them, I sent it to them in paper, I'm pretty sure, and I basically said I disagree with this. I am a salaried contracted employee that gets paid a certain rate, and this is not in our policies and procedures. So I'm not going to go on this unpaid admin leave. And they just kept saying it, and basically thinking that maybe that's going to make it stick. I had already made plans to create this whole proposal, pretty much 6 months to a year plans to do this. I'd already invited family from out of state, people from New York, people that had to drive multiple hours, people from Montana, my mother, my father, my stepmom, and then Jen's parents, and also to her brother and her parents. And I was like, well, I can't just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this on hold. All you guys cancel all your plans to come out here, because I got put on unpaid admin leave, and don't know what I'm gonna do next. So I was, and based on Jen's reaction, saying she had my back 1000%, I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna do it anyways. So all the family got into town. They're all staying mostly at our place and then some other places around. And I set up a whole escape room in the garage. And I kind of did this sort of using like archetypes and kind of like some of the things that Jordan Peterson talks about, like the hero archetype. She was basically essentially going to be Sleeping Beauty at the end, and I was going to kiss her with True Love's kiss, to awaken her. And so had the family in, got that all, did the whole escape room together where each individual family member had like their own little clue and piece to the puzzle to help solve it. We solved it. She pricked her finger on the wheel, laid down to sleep. I kissed her, and then boom, I popped up into a handstand, and the ring that I was wearing around my neck on a chain fell right in front of her face. And she was so happy that she grabbed my face and kissed me while I was in the handstand. If you want to check that stuff out, that's on our Instagram at Advanced PT Wellness, and it's a pretty great video. You just have to scroll down and find it. But we can always put it in here too. Just comment below if you want us to. So after the whole family left and all that stuff, we dropped them off at the airport. Then reality kind of sunk back in, and I was looking at my emails and looking at my caseload the next week, and I saw that they may have accidentally, maybe purposely, I don't know what they did, but they left patients on my caseload. And so I shot an email to my lawyer. I'm like, hey, what do I do about this? He's like, if I were you, I mean, you do whatever you want, but I would say that I would follow standard operating procedures, whatever those are. And so I said, okay. And previously, my manager and director of the home health department said, I don't want you talking to me anymore. You have to talk directly with HR now. Okay. This is where we exit. And I was like, okay, cool. That's fine. So I essentially made the calls to the patients like I did every single morning. I was like, did the daily routine that was scheduled for me working for Kaiser. And I went and saw a patient. There was only one that agreed to see me. The rest they rescheduled, and I said, okay. Went and saw the patient, and I did the whole visit, the whole physical therapy visit, and then I went back home. And speaking of which, the HR for the past couple of days had been ignoring my emails. They were not paying any attention to me, and so I emailed the head of HR guy. His name was Victor, and I was like, hey Victor, so typically at this point, I would usually, given standard operating procedures, send a message to my manager and ask them if they want me to go see any more patients today, because I've already seen the amount of patients that I have today. So do you know what patients you want me to go see, or is there anything else you need me to do today? And I got an email back so fast he was like fuming. I'm pretty sure. I didn't see his face, but based on the writing that he wrote, it was like an angry parent, like yelling and screaming at a child. And I was just like, oh man. Oh, so that's what it takes to get your attention. Follow standard operating procedures. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, so those were some cool stories. How I got engaged, and then how I apparently made them upset by following their rules, like usual. And so next, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about how I actually made lemonades from lemons, because it wasn't too much longer after that that they terminated me. I think I might have been one of the first people. It was pretty quickly. It was in September. And basically what I did was in 2 weeks, I had to think fast. So if you want to find out how I thought fast, how I threw a business together in 2 weeks, what's the first step that you may need to take if you might be in my shoes currently, or if you just want to stop being an employee and start trading your dollars, your time for dollars, and start trading your time for limitless potential, then like I said, click the like, subscribe, little bell icon, so you can see the next video next week on the first step that I took to create a multi-six-figure business.